Hi there. My name is Drew, and if we haven't met before, welcome to ReadyBudgetGo. If this isn't your first visit, welcome back. Either way, I'm glad you're here. It's Monday, so it's game night. I've got 12 savings games to play and $100 to put toward my sinking funds. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go. Millennial Loteria is going to be kicking us off, but before it does, let's count the money and make sure that I have $100 here, which is what I need to put into my sinking funds each week. So I should have 30 in 10s, 50 in 5s, and 20 in 1s. So 10, 20, 30, indeed. This should be 50. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. And then I need 21s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yes. And if anyone is wondering why I don't use Sort Quick, it's because it makes your fingers gross and then it gets all over all my games and everything. So I just suffer without it. But it is a great tool if you have to count a lot of money all at once. So I'm going to be shuffling up these Loteria cards, and then the way that I play Loteria, if you haven't seen it before, is I deal them out and I mark off the spaces until I get a Loteria, which is a line of 4. Once I have that Loteria anywhere on the card, I save $1 for every chip that is down on the card. This is the millennial version, so it's a little irreverent, and let's see how it goes this week. So first up, we've got La Karen, and I don't see her. El Troll, nope. El Boomer, nope. El Bad Hombre, no. El Gender Reveal, no. El Tattoo, yep, right down here. El Uber, no. La Studentette, no. El Makeup Tutorial, nope. El Bird, yep, right over there. El DJ, no. El TikTok, nope. El Piercing, yep. Well, we need one more for 4 corners, but I don't count that. I suppose I probably could. There's La Border Wall. El Healing Crystal will give us a Loteria, but we got El Hipster, El Prime, El Nail Art, El Sushi, La Thigh Gap right over here, El Twitter, La Notification, El Safe Space right there, La Succulent, nope. El Gentrification, La Flower Crown, it's right there. El Coachella, goes well with the flower crown. El Web Design, La Selfie, La Feminist, El VR, La Hashtag, Las Bitcoins, goodness. El Global Warming, still no Loteria. El Gluten, El Participation Trophy, oh my word. El Non-GMO, really? Ah. And there's El Internship, my goodness. Okay, I think that's about the best I've ever done, meaning the most. So 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, $12 going into Loteria this week, and I used almost the entire deck. Look at that. I mean, I couldn't have shuffled those any worse for this card, probably. All right, so gonna shuffle everything back in just once for luck for next time. Well, next time we play this, we'll be in Classic Loteria next week. And 3, 6, 9, 12. Yep, okay. Oh, my goodness. All right. So now I need to get out the binder, and we'll put 10, 11, 12 in the Loteria envelope. Robbing me blind. So far, Loteria has 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 bucks already after only 2 weeks. All right, up next is going to be Sus. This is a would you rather type game. There are 3 potential options, or 3 options for each question. I saved $2 for option A, $3 for option B, $5 for option C, and I always give my honest opinion, and I don't read these ahead of time, so I have no idea what it's going to ask. Okay, Which would I find most embarrassing? A, accidentally walking in on someone who forgot to lock the toilet door. B, yawning loudly while someone's talking to me. Or C, asking for a celebrity's autograph but getting their name wrong. Well, I mean, I don't ask people for autographs, so I guess I wouldn't find that all that embarrassing. I mean, it would be embarrassing to get anybody's name wrong, but I think that yawning loudly is worse because not only is it embarrassing, but it's rude. So I'm going to say yawning while someone's talking to me. So that's going to be $3. Let's go for one more. Which do I think would be more fun? A, taking a flight to Antarctica. B, a Titanic diving trip. Or C, temple touring in Thailand. Oh, definitely Thailand. Taking a flight to Antarctica would be terrifying because of how remote it is and how cold. And I don't like being underwater. So it's going to be temple touring in Thailand. I almost said temple diving. Okay, so 5 plus 3 is going to be $8 for sussed. 7. These bills are really gummy. I think they've been through the wash a few times. And I keep kind of recycling the same bills month after month because I just get big bills out of the bank and then condense. Okay, so $8 going into sussed, envelope number 2. And I'm not reading that third question so that I can be appropriately surprised next week. We'll just slide that in here. And so far, sussed has 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So last week was $8 as well. All right, up next is going to be the name game. And I've had better luck on this last week, but let's see if that streak will continue. The name game is one that I picked up at a thrift store. You get up to 5 clues toward the identity of a famous person. I save $1 per clue, and if I don't get it after 5 clues, then I save a penalty of $10. So let me slide this underneath here. All right, and flip. Well, the first clue is number 5, so that leads me to believe it's Coco Chanel. Next clue, dripping paint. Yeah. Abstract. Oh. Okay, so it's not Coco Chanel. Goodness. So it's one of 2. It's either Salvador Dali or Jackson Pollock. I'm going to say Jackson Pollock. Painter, yeah, okay. Artist, well, I got that artist from Painter. All right, well, I'm sticking with Jackson Pollock. And it is Jackson Pollock. Okay, so I got that after 3 clues. I shouldn't have committed to Coco Chanel so early, but $3, and let's go again. So this one goes back in the back. Another one from the front. And flip. All right, first clue. Clubber Lang. Well, that means nothing to me. I pity the fool. Okay, well, that's Mr. T. Mohawk, yeah, I'm sticking with Mr. T. Chains, yeah. The A-Team, yeah. Mr. T. No idea what Clubber Lang is. That's probably his, I don't know, his character's name on the A-Team? I have no idea. But I got that in 2, so I'm going to put 3 back and take a 5. Do I dare go for one more? I think I have to. I think I have to do one more. Because 5's not enough, but man, if I have to put $15 in this envelope, ugh. I've done it before. All right. New card, new person, and flip. When Harry Met Sally. Well, it's one of 3. It is either Meg Ryan or Billy Crystal or Rob Reiner. And I'm going to say Meg Ryan. Analyze this. It's not Meg Ryan. I guess I'll go with Rob Reiner, because I don't know if Billy Crystal was in Analyze This. I mean, I've seen the movie, but it was a long, long time ago. Awesome. Okay, so it is Billy Crystal. So that's the third clue. Saturday Night Live. Okay. You Look Marvelous. Yes, that's Billy Crystal. Okay, so 3 clues for that. So another $3. So $8 going in. Well, I wasn't wrong with that first clue. It was one of those 3 people. Oh, come on. There we go. All right. So that is it for the name game this week. $8 is going to go in. We put away this card and get out the binder. Okay. So the name game has $5, $10, $11, $12, $13, $14, $15 in it. Up next is going to be Dicetropolis, and this week we are playing Chance. Excuse me. And let me read the rules here. Each row is 1 game. Play separately or use different colored dice to play multiple rows at the same time. After each roll, cross out the number rolled. But be careful, once you roll a number that has already been crossed out, it's game over for that row. When the game ends, add up all the non-rolled numbers and put the total in box A. There's a multiplier here if you decide, if you want to just play 1 and then multiply, what have you. If you manage to roll all 6 numbers for a given row, save $25 for that row. So that is high budget, but you can adjust that amount to be whatever you want. And I am going to play all 6 at once, because that is how I prefer to play this game. Otherwise, it's more or less shut the box. But doing all 6 at once adds kind of a different dimension to it, because then I play at low budget and I add up all the totals and keep adding the digits together until I get one that fits the range of what I'd like to save. All right, so we'll give them a Drew shake. Well, one of those didn't go down the tube, but I'm going to count it. So we've got a red is 3, orange is 6, yellow is 5, green is 2, blue is 5, and purple is 3. All right, roll them again. Drew shake. Red is 3, so red's out. So 3, 7, 12, 18. Orange is 6, orange is out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is 15. Yellow is 1. Green is 5. Blue is 1, and purple is 1. Okay, so I need to take out the red and the orange because they're done. And we roll the other 4. All right, yellow is 5, so yellow's out. So 2 plus 3 is 5, 9, 15. Okay. Green is 3. Blue is 2, and purple is 6. Reroll these 3. Green is 4. Blue is 3. Purple is out. So purple has 2 plus 4 plus 5, which is 11. Another way that you could play this is you could just play it all out and then save whatever the lowest row is. All right, so purple's done. So we have green and blue left. Green is 5, so green is done. That's going to be a 7. And blue is 2, and that's done, and that's going to be a 10. So I'm going to add all of these up, and then I'm going to save low budget. So 15 and 15 is 30, plus 18 is 48, 55, 65, 76, not 6, 7, but 7, 6, and 7 plus 6 is 13. So I'm going to save $13 into Dicetropolis for the week. That's a little more than I like to put into one envelope, but I got a lot of play out of that, and it was fun. So I will save the extra few bucks. Besides, if all of these envelopes were meant to be the same, then I wouldn't be playing the games. I love leaving things up to chance. See what I did there? Yeah. I'm so clever. Oh, and it looks like I've got some schmutz on here. So, Just go over that with a dry erase marker, and it should come right off. And there it goes. Okay. So 10, 11, 12, and 13. 13 yucky bucks going into this one. Envelope number 4, Dicetropolis. Up next, oops, I should give the count here. So Dicetropolis has 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21. Okay, next up, Dicetropolis 2, and this week we're playing Countdown. I need D4 dice for this. Let me get those out here real quick. Where are they? I just had them. Where did they go? There they are. So the instructions say roll 2d4 dice. Use the numbers rolled to form a 2-digit number. For example, a roll of a 2 and a 4 could be 24 or 42. Subtract this number from 100 and write that number in box 1 for that game. So if your number is 42, write 58 in box 1, since 100 minus 42 is 58. Repeat step 1 and subtract that number from the number in box 1, then write the number in box 2. Continue rolling and subtracting until you cannot subtract any more without going negative. Add the two numbers in the final box together and save that amount. So let's see how this goes. All right, so we've got a 3 and a 2, so I'm going to say that's 32. From 100 is 68. A 1 and a 2, so I'll say that's 21. So we're down to 47. And we got a 4 and a 2, so I'm going to say that's 42. From 47 is 5. And I can't subtract anymore because I'm down to single digits, so that one is going to score 5. Let's go again. Oops, only if I can pick up the dice. Okay, a 4 and a 2. So I'm going to go 24 this time. And I am going to say that 100 minus 24 is 76, which it is. I mean, I'm not just saying that. A 1 and a 2, so let's go 12. So let's do 64. 2 and a 3, so I'm going to subtract 32 and leave me with 32 because that's half of 64. Oops. And 4 and 4. So I can't subtract 44 from 32 without going negative, so I'm going to add the 3 and the 2, and that is going to give me 5. So it's going to be a total of 10, and I'm going to stop there, and I'm going to save that into Dicetropolis 2 for the week. Oops. Well, we'll be playing easy as 1, 2, 3 next week, if anyone was wondering. Okay, so $10 going into Dicetropolis 2. And I better slow my roll here because I am going blazing on all this. I'm going to run out of cash. Dicetropolis 2 so far has 21 bucks. So let's go into Dice Aquarium next, and we're playing Crab Craps this week. I will get out the aqua-colored Dice Aquarium dice, which are around here somewhere. One moment, please. Yoo-hoo, there they are. Okay, so in Crab Craps, the instructions say roll 2d6 dice, tallying the number of rolls as you go. Continue rolling until a craps of 2, 3, 7, 11, or 12 is rolled. Crap out on a 7, save $1 per roll. Crap out on a 2, 3, 11, or 12, save $2 per roll. Roll a 2, 3, 7, 11, or 12 on the first roll and save $5. So let's see how we go. All right, so we've got a 6. So far, so good. 8, doubles again, or a hard 8. Hard 6 and then a hard 8. If you know, you know. Okay, there is a 5. And there's our 11. So we crapped out on an 11, so we're going to save $2 per roll. And 3 times 2 is 6. And I am going to stop there because I don't want to get carried away, as I already kind of have. Plus, Dice Aquarium last week got a lot of money. In fact, let's see how much is in envelope number 6. Oh yeah. So we have $10, $15, $16, $17, $18 in Dice Aquarium so far. So that is going to go in there. And then I am going to get this cleaned up, and I will get out the Fruit Machine dice, and we'll see how the dice slots treat us. Alrighty, I got the dice and I got the save table, so let's give them a roll and see how we save. So we've got a cherry, a lemon, and a plum, and I am going to go for the lemons. So why did I take those out? We're going to save the lemon. Cherry and diamond, 2 more rolls. Lemon. Come on, lemon. Diamond. Womp womp. Okay. 2 diamonds and a plum. All right, let's go for the diamonds. 1, plum, 2, orange, 3. Orange. Want again. This might be one of those weeks where I just never get 3 of a kind. Diamond, watermelon, and cherry. I'm going for the watermelons. And there's another one. 2 more rolls to get the third one. 1, plum, and 2. Oh, cherry. Well, we got a cherry, so that's $2 anyway. Let's go one more time. Watermelon, orange, and diamond. I'm going to play for oranges. 2 watermelons. Okay. 2 more rolls to get another watermelon. Orange and watermelon, of course. Now we get it. Okay, so we got 7, 9, 10, 11 bucks. Ooh, this is going to be an expensive week. Ooh, this is going to be an expensive week. Alrighty. Well, the dice have spoken. So, 10 and 11. Oh, Quicks, you better be gentle to me. Let's see what is in the envelope. So far, $5, $10, $15, $16, $17, $18, $19 in Fruit Machine. Up next is Quicks, and if you haven't seen me play it before, it's a lot like Shut the Box, except you use 3 dice, and you have to use exactly 2 dice to make at least 1 number, but you can make multiple numbers if the dice allow. So we're starting a brand new card this week since I filled up the last one last week. We're going to be on the red row, so I'll take out 2 white dice and 1 red. You don't have to have the 3rd die match the color, I just do because it came with the game. Get out my Tombow here, and let's be off to the races. So we've got 5, 7, and 8. I'm going to take the 5. We'll leave the 7 and 8 because those are easier to roll. Ooh, 12 and 10. Thank you. That's a great roll. 3, 6, and 7. So I'm going to take the 3. We'll leave the other 2 for now. 4, 6, and 8. So we'll take the 4. Tempted to take the 6 and the 8. 10 and 11. 11's all we can do. 6 and 9. I'm going to take both of those because the game's getting long in the tooth. 4 and 6. Well, we're out. Okay, so we've got 10, 17. 1 plus 7 is 8. So that is what I'm going to save. Not as gentle as I would have liked, but it could have been a lot worse. Okay, 5 and 3. So $8 is going to go into Quicks, along with the scorecard. And let's see what this envelope has so far this week. Or so far this month, rather. Quicks has 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Up next is Tucano. Tucano is a card game, commercially available, but I've adapted it to be a savings game. The box is empty because I already have the cards out. I was actually working ahead this week, so I'm going to give these a couple shuffles, and I'm going to deal exactly 6 cards in a specific pattern. Go, and a cut. Let me get these Quicks dice out of the way here. 6 cards. There's 1, 2, oh goodness, 3, ruh-roh, 4, 5, And 6. Ooh, we got a gifty. Let's see what the Tucano with the gift does. I have to consult the rules that I wrote because I don't get those all that often. Okay. Toucan with the gift, 1 extra card. Oh, goodness. That means I'm going to deal 2 more cards for position 6. There we go. Okay. So now what I do is I go and I look at all these cards based on where they are, their position on the table, and whether they score anything or not. So position 1 is 3 on this one. See how it has 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Position 1 is 3. Position 2 is 6. Position 3 is 4. This one is even and odd. So it's in an even position. This is position 4, so it's -1. Position 5 down here, that's a 0, so I'm going to turn that over. And position 6, even again, so it's on the left, so that's -1, and this is +1, so these cancel each other out. So I managed to dodge that extra card. Okay, so the bottom is -1, and the top is 3 + 6 + 4, so 10, 13, -1 is 12. Oh my gosh, 12 bucks. Okay, I really don't want to do 12. So I'm going to add the 1 and the 2, and I'm going to put 3 into Tucano this week. It's short from what I would do, but I want to stick pretty close to my $100 a week. I don't mind going over by a few dollars, but I'm looking like I'm going to go over by a lot of dollars. So I'm going to give it 1 quick shuffle here for luck for next week. Set those to the side and put a whopping $3 into Tucano. 1, 2, 3. Did I put a lot in last week? No. Oh, this one's way short. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's all that's in this envelope. So whichever sinking fund gets this is going to be hurting. But I think what I may do is put this into a sinking fund that doesn't need a whole lot of money, like my Amazon Prime subscription or something like that. I might make an executive decision on that. But let's move on to Dicefecta, and I can almost guarantee we're going to be doing this one the low budget way this week. If you haven't seen Dicefecta before, you have a game card that is either D6, D8, D10, or D12. We're playing D6 this week. We're on card B. There are 3 numbers in 4 sections. You roll a D6 die, or whatever the denomination it tells you at the top, and you mark off numbers until one of these sections fills up. Then you yell Dicefecta, and you save accordingly, and I will tell you how that works once we get the Dicefecta. For now, I'm going to get out a Superman die from Eva at Budget Your Life. And let's see how we do. All right, so we're starting with 4. Now, you can mark off just 1, but I always mark them all off, either way. 2. 3. 3 again. 4 again. 3 again. 2 again. 5. Okay, Dicefecta. So this is our Dicefecta right here. Now, like I said, there's 3 ways to save. The high budget, a medium budget, and a low budget. The high budget way is you add up all the numbers in the section that gave you the Dicefecta. So that's 5 + 4 + 3, which is 12. The medium budget way is you save $1 for every number that's marked off on the card. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the low budget way is you save the last number that you rolled that gave you the Dicefecta, which in our case is a 5. And because I'm running low on funds here, ooh, I have more than I thought. I could save 9, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to do 5. 5 for Dicefecta for the week. Dry erase marker, just wipes right off. Okay, we'll set that up here. $5 going into Dicefecta. And Dicefecta has 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oops, I put that in the wrong envelope. I put that in Tucano. Poor Tucano. Okay, So Dice Facta has 15. Goodness. All right, up next is Cute Machine. Let's get out the Cute Machine card and then the Cute Machine dice. There's the card. Here are the dice. Cute Machine is another dice slot game. We are trying to get 5 of a kind of all of these cute different animals, or one of the cute animals. So let me give them a Drew shake and dice tower shake. All right, so we got 2 turtles and we got 2 dolphins, and I'm going turtles because why not? 3 more rolls. Another turtle, 2 more rolls. Penguin, dolphin, oops, dolphin, and an otter. Okay, so we ended with 3 turtles. That's $3. Let's go again. Drew shake. And we got 3 dogs and 2 turtles. So Brittany would save $1, but I am just saving, or I'm just playing on. Brittany would save another $1 for another full house. And was that my second or my third? Oh, what the heck, I'm going again. Okay, so 4 dogs, $5. So that's a total of 8, and that is where I'm going to stop. I've got 16 here, so I need to buy 5 ones, and I know exactly where I can get them. We'll just rob well, not rob, but we'll just take them out of the Tucano envelope. So it can look even sadder and more lonely with 2 bills in it instead of 6. Okay. So $8 is going to go into Cute Machine. And when we combine that with last week, we have 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right. Last and certainly not least is the Sparkly Color Dot Dice game. Oopsie, as I throw everything all over the table. Excuse my reach here. This is by Eva at Budget Your Life, and it is the game card plus 2 fun bedazzled sparkly color dot dice, and those are somewhere. I just had them. There they are. 1 and 2. So unlike previous months, I am not wiping this off after each one, so if I land on a space I've already landed on, I will just re-roll. So I've got $8 left, so I'm going to save at least that much, but I'll take out a few extra dollars if need be. The first die I roll will be for a cross, and the second one will be for down. So first up is red, and next is orange, so that's $3. Okay, yep. First roll, yellow. Second roll, orange, $3, so we're up to 6. Got 2 more left to save. First roll, red. Second roll is blue. And we've already done that, so we need to re-roll. Green and purple. $4. Okay, so we are over. So we owe $10. And I have 8 here, so I will take $2 out of the magic envelope. One and 2. So that's $10. And that is going into envelope number 12 this week. This one usually ends up being pretty rich because I make sure that I save enough to put in here, and then if I go over, I just pad it with however much it takes, and sometimes it takes a lot. All right, so far in the Sparkly Color Dot Dice game, we have 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Okay, so that is it for this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed the video, please leave me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Drop a comment down below. And until I see you in the next one, take care.